Hi everyone, my name is Syed Rajat Abbas. I'm Xero Certified Advisor having 5 years experience of UK accounting. Today I will giving brief overview of Xero Software in just less than 15 minutes. So then let's go for it. Right now I've logged into Xero client and it's a demo company. Or left hand side you can see the banks. Uh, I will go to this bank section. Here you can see different tabs appearing. Reconcile section, it shows transactions that are to become the part of the system. Cash coding, bank statements and account transactions. The bank statements section shows all the transactions that are related to the bank. So they are, whether they are reconciled or unreconciled, they all should appear here. The reconcile would only show the remaining transactions that are to become part of the system. And account transaction, it just shows transactions like which have been reconciled that have become part of the system. So overall, this is just error which is sorted when we complete the reconciliation. So overall, this shows the only transactions to be reconciled. This shows all the transactions. This shows transactions that are reconciled. This cash coding section is just for it is only relevant when there are no bills and sale invoices, and if you want to do the reconciliation very early, then you can use this, and you have to like and just enter descriptions and make reconciliation very quickly, but it's used in very few cases. Let's move to reconcile section now. Over here, you on left hand side you will see the bank transactions that are received and spent, and if there are any matching transactions appearing, like if sale invoice is raised for this, it would have a pair here, but there is no sale invoice right now. And like for example, if you have, this is the spent item and there is a bill raised for it, you have to just click on OK and it will automatically match. If you want to see this bill, you have to go over here, purchases, bills, and in awaiting payment, the bill should be there. Over here, you can see receive banking calculation. So our idea would be to reconcile this, so it will not appear as awaiting anymore. Next, for this transaction, you can see there is no bill appearing. This is smart agency, and if we check awaiting payment, there are two bills appearing. One is of 2000 and the other is of 2500. So these bills are related to that transaction. So in this scenario, what we will do is we will match, and we will click on smart. We have to click select both bills, and now it is matching. So now that is reconciled as well. Now I will like refresh over here. It is not appear as waiting, it will appear in all bills. So this has been paid. Now coming to another points, like apart from matching, this is like create section. If you want to create any, for example, this sale, you don't have sale invoice for it, you can just create a sale. You can add over here sales. Tax is in this scenario, I will take no tax. If client is tax register, you can take tax. You must take tax for the sale if it is, and then we have to just make it okay. And another thing is transfers. If you believe this was a transfer to another bank and this is spent from this bank but it's coming as received in another bank, you can just record it as transfer. And discuss tab, you can just make the notes. This find and match tab, this is just another way to find the bills. And just make sure you untick this as well if there are USD bills present. Otherwise, USD bills would not appear over here. Yeah. Coming to another sections, it is sales. Sales, you can see like invoices section, which is like most important. Over here, you will see the awaiting payment sales, and what you can do is like sort them A to C, and like basket case is appearing, and you can like it is date is 30th September, and you can go to the bank and task type basket case. So you can search in this way as well. If they are appearing of different amount, you would be able to match them. And next we can go to purchases section. There are bills, we have already gone through it. Reporting section, you can check profit and loss and balance sheet. This would give the overview of the company, how much profit is appearing for the relevant year you're doing, and I was probably you'll be doing gold data. In balance sheet, it would appear at any date, like what are the accounts receivable appearing and how much capital reserves are appearing. Make sure whenever you do the accounts, like you're doing accounts for 31st March 2025, make sure the last accounts they match with the company's house reserves. Like over here it is minus 18.9. You can go to company's website, get last year accounts, and make sure they match them. Next, to reporting, we can check this accounting section. You can, in order to add last year balance, if it is not yet added, you have to go to conversion balance, account settings. You can go to there. If no data is entered, you have to enter over here. So if you have no data in Xero and you are adding data to Xero for the first time, you have to uh, transfer the trial balance from another software, whether it is QuickBooks or it is made manually in Excel. You have to transfer the trial balance over here in Xero. Like you have to add this sales amount, or it will appear like over here for 200, and expense amount like uh, it can be direct expense 21 per 100 or any other expense. You can just make this over here. It should match. Then you will make enter the accounts receivable or account payable amount. Xero will then ask for the relevant bills to be raised for any accounts payable in next section while doing the conversion balance, and you can just save them and log them, any old bills. Over here, the period and select is as 21st September 2024. You can just change the date. For example, if your last year end was in 2023, you had make it like September and show you balance as at 31st of August 2023. So if your year end was uh, July, you can just change it to August. So your year end is 31st July 23, you have, and then add all the data over here. And the lastly most important is go to account settings again. Here you can see the financial settings. This is also very important. Here you can see the if you're VAT registered or what scheme are you working on, whether it's flat rate, mostly it's accrual. You can add your VAT number and once you add the dates, uh, here it's the date where you can select your year end. If your what is the year end? If your year end is like right now it is set up at 31st March, but it was 31st July, then you can simply go to manage financial year end. Here you will have to update the year end from 31st March to custom and then select July. So previously it was 31st March and you can see this financial year we give this option 31st March. If you click on last financial year, it will also start end with 31st March from 1st April. But you want to change it to 31st July. Once you select custom 31st July, you have to click on this shift all data to the new financial year option. And just click on save and confirm. So now your reports, if you just refresh it, they will appear at 31st of July. You can go to easily to 31st July. Similarly, balance sheet, if you refresh, it would show 31st July and last year you will if you click on last year, it will show 31st July 2025, and so it will be easy. You don't have to change this period every time, profit and loss and balance sheets. So that's really important to change the financial year end. Hopefully this gives a brief overview of important sections of Xero. And in next video, I will be making a video on conversion balances, how the data is transferred from another software to Xero, and how we deal with accounts receivable and accounts payable. I hope my playlist would prove to be a great asset for all of you. Thank you.